y'all know I find the adventures. I find the fun stuff. She finds some fun stuff, but I find most of it. I don't know if y'all could read that, but that says home of the 90s museum. Y'all gotta come here. We are in Charlotte, North Carolina right now, and this is just amazing. It's very nostalgic. If you come here, you're gonna get a warm welcome, and you're just gonna see everything. We got Elmo right here. We got Tweety Bird right here, Snoopy, everything. Simpsons, like, y'all already know the vibes with these S's. You see that S? That famous S? He was drawing that in elementary school, high school, all of the above. So, of course, we met the owner, and we gonna talk to her. Ooh, this look like your living room, don't it? Your old school living room. Don't fall on them skates. Fresh Prince, and now we got the fresh owner. Okay.
You see.
What's your name?
My name's Jessica Jones, and I'm from Baltimore.
Period. And what do you own here?
Everything. I have a co-owner as well. We don't really call ourselves co-owners. We both owners, 50-50. Camille, so shout out to her. She's from Michigan, Flint.
Okay.
Yep.
Wait, did they fix the water in Flint?
Oh, if you ask her that, she would be like, you don't got nothing better? She hates when I ask her that too.
Did they fix it?
No.
We got all this money. We can't go to war until we fix Michigan. That's my word right there.
Let's fix Michigan's water.
Let's do that.
Let's do it.
We can't be doing that. Okay.
So where are we at right now?
We at the home of the 90s, just right outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, and Concord, North Carolina.
Nice. And what made you want to bring this to life?
So originally I started this in my home. I purchased my home in 2013, and I lived there for quite some time. And then I lost my job back in 2019, and I just decided that I didn't want to go back to work for anyone. But my next move, because my job was so lucrative, my next move needed to be bright, brilliant, and it had to be something where people would come and tell others about it, and you would never come by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, I'm like a businesswoman, so I knew that why would I want to do something that could bring one person when I can bring something that can do, like, to get a lot more than one person at a time. It's a time for everyone. The 90s is so happy, so bright. Just a time when we didn't really have bills. The stress was very, very limited. So I knew that this would be a perfect place. It's colorful. It makes people happy, and especially with the pandemic, it's something that we needed. So I brought it to the world because it was needed, and no one ever did it. I always ask, like, how did someone never think of this?
What is your favorite room?
My favorite room is the Blockbuster Room.
I used to work at Blockbuster
bathroom. It has so many good feels, and it's so small. Originally, we were going to create it into where the WWE, the wrestling room is. We were going to make that into a Blockbuster. But then we was like, well, with Blockbuster, you only need the Blockbuster sign. Please be kind and rewind. And
we used to say that every time we give you the video.
The candy and the popcorn. So we was like, oh, we're putting that in the bathroom. Yep. So now we have a non-working bathroom, but it's full of Blockbuster, and people take some dope pictures of it. So that's my all-time favorite.
And I used to work at Blockbuster.
And plus, she used to work at Blockbuster.
We used to say that all the time. Like, we would literally give you the VHS. Please be kind and rewind. Yep. Every time. I loved working at Blockbuster.
Everybody did. It felt good.
That's when I first was introduced to drag.
Drag dance?
Yes. My boss, his name was Don, and he would transform into Donna only on Fridays nights though. And
Friday nights in Blockbuster.
And he would like start with the nails. There was like a whole process, and he allowed me to ask him questions like, boy, like, do I call you? Well, when you're transitioning, what do I call you? You know. Right. So he let me ask a lot of questions, and it gave me such a great respect for drag, because I saw him like come in as
he was
Dawn.
Your manager?
Yeah.
Oh,
he came in as Dawn, and by like 8 o'clock, he was almost Donna. And like he had stockings. He did the whole. He was everything, like everything. And I just always remember like Dawn and Blockbuster go together for me.
Yes,
like, and he was. I mean, he was on point. Like when he walked out there as Donna, he was everything.
Okay.
He was everything. And
shout out to Dawn.
wherever he is, wherever you at,
Yeah.
Dawn. But he was great, and Blockbuster was great. It was over by Northeastern, so you know I had all the connections.
Yep.
Anyway,
Some of the Blockbuster things was empty.
Look,
That's how y'all got y'all color purple.
Yes.
So it wasn't really bootleg, but there was some other videos in there that wasn't
underlying. I know how it goes. Yes.
So how long has your business been here?
Wait, how did she get from Baltimore to here?
You can ask that.
I did.
Ask me.
How did you get from Baltimore to here? What brought you here?
So when I graduated from college, I was working for Verizon.
What college did you go to?
I went to Lincoln University, LU,
Okay.
Lincoln Pride in Pennsylvania, and
What made you go there?
my mother went there.
Okay.
My mother went to Lincoln. Yep, she graduated in '99. And yeah, so I just knew that I was going there because I kind of grew up. My mother's only 14 years older than I am. So I kind of like grew up through Lincoln. I knew I was going. After graduation, like I said, I went to Verizon.
Wait, one more Lincoln question. What was your major?
Communications, mass. My major was mass communications.
Nice.
Worst decision I could have made probably. Well, I met some really good connections, but what do I need to go to college for to learn how to speak to people? I already was a communicator, so. But that's neither here nor there. So from Lincoln, graduated, landed a really good job at Verizon. Verizon moved me to Charlotte in 2011. I stayed there for 1 month. And then someone told me that you're in the wrong profession because you can make more money. And I'm like, how? And then they introduced me in 2012 to insurance. So I'm an insurance representative by trade. Like that's my specialty. That's my passion. But that means that I would probably have to work for someone, or maybe not, but I don't want to own an insurance firm. I want to do something like this that's like bright and like just different. So yeah, so that's what got me down. Verizon is what brought me to Charlotte.
So what would you say to somebody? Why is it important to have insurance? Like life insurance in particular.
Oh, life insurance. Just because if you pass away, like you're gonna leave your family. Like if you ever seen someone without any life insurance, your family doesn't even have a chance to mourn you because they kind of like hate you because you're a financial burden at the end of the day. So I just say protect your life. We can wear Jordans and Balenciagas and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, we need to have life insurance because we protect our cars, our homes. Why not protect your life?
Right. Respectfully.
That's awesome. You got any other questions? I got a whole bunch. What is your take on anybody that is seeking out any HBCU, but particularly Lincoln, if you want to talk about that, or just HBCUs in general?
I really don't have an answer to that because I don't want them to go to college. I think that people need
Oh, this is amazing. I love conversations like this.
Yeah, I think that people need to really focus on asking children, what business do you want to start? Because if they ask that question, it would be a seed that grew. Because college, like, unless you're going to school to be like an attorney or something specific, a doctor, I think it's pointless. Like, I'm not knocking anyone, but like graduating from college, like I can't believe people were proud of me. I mean, I'm sorry that I'm saying like that, but I'd much rather a trade where you can pay probably 1/8 the price and make $56 a plumbers. People don't know that. They laugh at plumbers ass, but those people are paid $50 to $75 to $100 per hour. What kind of job is paying that kind of money?
Right.
So I believe in trades. So if you're gonna go to trade, if you're gonna go to school, get a certificate. You don't gotta get a degree, and it doesn't have to take you 4 years. Sometimes 5, 6, 7 years to get into all of this debt.
In my
and you're not
case,
making.
it took 10.
Yeah, see,
I just 10 years to get that degree.
I can't even like I can't even fake the funk when somebody tells me that they're going to college. I'm like, that's like you're hitting in the wrong direction. Then I ask them what the degree's in, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
But I also was there.
Right.
And sometimes we're not taught that. So I'm not going to ever ask my children to go to college. Ever. So I don't even have those kind of conversations with my children's, my friends' children, because I know that the answer is they'll look at it as being negative. Because if you like went to college and you just are not so entrepreneurial as I am, you'll be like, why you hating on my baby or something like that? No, I'm not. You're just not asking the right questions. Start asking more of what business do you want to start? Because their little brain, this generation is intelligent, very, very intelligent. They know a lot more than we think that they do. So, yeah, that's my take on HBCUs. I don't really know.
No, that's an honest answer. That's a great answer. What do you see yourself doing next?
I'm about to make a big move. My business partner and I, we're gonna go into the food industry. We're not really mentioning what we're gonna do, but our next move is about to be really, really, really big. Very simple. We like to keep it simple, because simple. This 90's home, 90's museum is simple. It's not even something that gave it much thought. It's one concept. So I like to stick to one concept and just run with it. A niche. Niche. Yeah, niche. That word. Yeah.
Okay, you speaking to me because I need to find my niche with the travel world.
That's what I do. I travel a lot.
Okay.
I will go anywhere, anytime. I will be out of here.
Have you been to Boston before?
I have family in Framingham.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's why.
That's why.
So you know what? In Boston, they always say, "Ooh, I'm from Boston," and they be like an hour.
Yeah, they don't say that. They don't want to say that they're from any of that place because it gets too cold and it's too expensive. So, yeah, it's too expensive.
So what are some struggles you've had to overcome to be the person you are today?
I deal with a lot of anxiety because people make me anxious. It used to, I don't know if this is too deep, but
nope.
It's
too deep for 101.
Great. So a lot of times I find myself over drinking to compensate for that. So now I just it's not even a little bit. I just have to stop drinking because it started affecting me. I was always feeling like I needed to drink in order to associate with people. So I'm really having to just deal with my emotions, and it's not that bad. I have the same amount of fun. I get lit, but just in my own little way now. So.
Well, that's good. You with two people who don't drink, so there we go.
Oh, period. Oh, I was thinking that you were saying that you had a drink in your cup.
I did tea. Sweet tea. Extra sweet tea.
Oh, so you don't always be lit.
This is me.
Yes,
this is me.
We always have the vibe.
This is our life, 101.
Even when I go out with my friends in Boston, or when I used to go out, never had to do anything.
She's the driver too. So.
I can relate to the anxiety. I have anxiety over everything. I'm trying to work on it, but I don't.
And I want to say, recently, I have learned what anxiety is due to the unfortunate situation, and I really, really have to say, I have a different appreciation for it because I didn't understand it. I did not, but now, in this current situation I'm in, I feel so much more compassion towards people who have it because I never I would just go I do constantly deal with depression, but the anxiety piece of it, that's a whole nother level. So I respect that. And I respect that you could speak about how drinking was an issue and you're like, look, I need to stop that to better me. And that's what life is all about. We got to find things to better ourselves.
I was really worried about how my drinking would affect. I mean, it really wasn't my health that I was worried about. It was more so my career, this museum. Because I can't be getting drunk and then having these kind of conversations with you all. I'm so customer facing that I'm like, you going...
Well, you was lit from when we came in. You talking about that?
I was sober lit though. You didn't see me lit.
Yeah.
That's a whole different... But people love it. But I also know if somebody rubs me the wrong way, then I zap out in a way that can go too far that I could... Because I guess my inhibitions is gone. So I'm like, bump that. I'm
let me tell you something I tell her. Sometimes people want to see you fail. So they want to give you that drink. They want to give you your poison. They want to give you things that's going to make you negative so that they think they're going to shine in your negativity. So don't let that happen. In no way, no form, no fashion.
Oh, I'm not. I can really have a hold on myself. Unless it's romantically, I can have a hold on myself. When it comes to business,
policy.
Yeah, when it comes to business, I'm so good at maneuvering through situations because I know how to read people. I know how to communicate very effectively. So you really can't. It's not but so much you can say to me, especially with a sober mind. Like, because I know how that is. And a lot of the times, like, I'm not going to say it was your fault. Let's talk about it. If it was, I've done something, you know, yesterday, it was an event, and I came 5 minutes late. I was so I was so apologetic because I never come late to something like that, to open the door. She was like, girl, I understand. But at the back of my mind, I'm like, how does review going to look? So that's how I always think. So I'm always being, at the end of the day, I've always worked for corporate. So that's how I handle myself. Like I am a corporate employee, because this is way bigger than me. Especially, I mean, you all have seen the amount of people that came out of here today. Today was the best day we've ever had.
Wow.
That's because we came.
Period. And we came early too, and that's what my anxiety hit, because we left the restaurant. I'm like, Mommy, we're gonna be too early. They're not gonna let us in. I came in, started talking to you right off the bat.
What was your favorite room?
Ooh.
This is my whole life, so I think every room.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't think I can pick, because I don't know. I like the cereal room, because I don't eat them anymore, but I definitely was obsessed with Fruit Loops at one point.
Yes, she was.
Like, had to eat them almost 3 times a day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was bad.
We used to.
I don't see any Fruit Loops on your legs. So.
We used to keep them in the car so she could have them as snacks.
Oh my God.
I like the studio.
Oh, you don't know. She was a whole Lauryn Hill in there.
Oh yeah, I know she was about to like this sign.
No, she was a.
Getting it in.
You know what? I liked, although I was terrified when I went there in person, I liked the Chuck E. Cheese room. It was very clean, very nice. I didn't have good experiences at Chuck E. Cheese, but it brought it to life. I was like, oh, the tickets, it was great. Yes.
Great.
And the couch, the money, respect,
Yes.
and that was great. So I
have to
definitely
say
enjoyed
mine
myself.
Was, well, shout out to New Edition, because y'all on the wall, boom.
Some stuff is 80s, but 80s bled into the 90s. So
Yeah.
I'm an 80s baby.
So BBD, y'all on the wall. So
Yeah.
I took a picture of it. I'm a fan for life.
Yes, go, baby.
Ronnie, I love you though. Thank you, Shamari, for sharing your husband with the world. But
Crying.
Anywho, I would have to say my favorite room was, wow. Well, the studio made me feel like back in the day when I used to help everybody at their studio.
Okay.
I have to say the game room, because that's how Boston Bowl used to be, like in the arcade room. Like it used to be lines. Like it used to be like, it's not like that now. It's not. The vibe isn't like that. And I've been there recently, and I was like, this not it.
Same.
Yeah. And the chairs used to be different, so you used to be able to sit with your boo. You could roll into it.
Yes.
And now you gotta be like, hey, I am here.
Right.
Yeah, no. So it was a different vibe back then, but definitely the game room. And like the words, I love how the words are like just placed strategically with the pictures that go with it. Cause you remember things like that, like the Bill Clinton thing. Like that's hilarious. Like he lying. So the realness of it and everything, it wasn't anything in here that y'all forgot. Like for real. There wasn't anything, like from the snacks to the everything, the music, everything. They got a pager in there, hit me on the hip,
We got Miss Cleo.
Call me now. So I have to say the game room, honestly, because it brought it back to like you would go and just chill out there. Everybody would come chill at Boston Bowl, but it was like that brought it back for me. But I want to say this was great. This was amazing.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you had the mindset to do this to help other people to bring the 90s back, because that music just a whole bunch of people hear from that music. I'm just saying, the music alone they got. What song was y'all song? That y'all baby making song.
Yeah. And then you activated me.
So I just want to say thank you. I really want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
Because this was a whole vibe. Literally, like, even opening the door, which Rayla had problems with. That's a whole nother
Okay, it was.
The door is always a little jammed off.
So you gotta push it.
Okay,
But
well, y'all
she's
also
not
have
that
to give me the
quick.
benefit of that. Hold on, let me show my face.
I had stuff in my hands. We had just got out of a lift. I had a juice, and I was trying to secure the bag of food and my wallet, and she's on the phone. So
Yeah, she was on the phone.
There you go. So don't put that all on me.
Well, I just want to say this was great, and I thank you for your creative mind, and I thank you bringing your creativeness to the public. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you're creative, you keep it to yourself, and it's important to share because this could bring so much light to other people, light and greatness. And I mean, there's so much like in this space. You're just like, oh, okay, yeah, like. And it's that's what we need more of in the world, just good vibes, positive energy, and a good playlist.
Okay, period. Period. Yeah, in the living room, setting, walking into it.
In an interview, Dad, call me back.
Thank you for being part of Life 101.